The film Sinners is not really about good versus evil. It is about permeability. Evil does not discriminate because it does not need preference. It needs access. And access is granted through unhealed trauma, psychic fractures, dissociation, addiction, unresolved grief, unintegrated power. The devil doesn't create the wound. It enters through it. This is why the film keeps returning to music. Music is not entertainment here. It is invocation. See, sound bypasses cognition and enters directly into the nervous system, the emotional body, and the psychic field. Rhythm entrains, melody imprints, lyrics encode belief. In this sense, music is a carrier wave, a technology. It can knit itself back together or loosen the stitching, allowing something else to slip in. That is why in the film, the same music that feels like release becomes the very mechanism of possession. Not because music is evil, but because power without consciousness is dangerous. When pain has not been metabolized, music becomes anesthetic instead of alchemy. When trauma becomes unhealed, rhythm becomes rupture instead of regulation. When the mind is fragmented, sound doesn't integrate, it infiltrates. This is why playing with the devil is not about morality. It is about unsealed thresholds. And the film is precise here. Once the door is open, the devil doesn't ask permission. Control is surrendered incrementally. First emotionally, then psychologically, then spiritually, then behaviorally. Possession is not sudden, it is cumulative. The most unsettling truth Sinners offers is this: the devil does not arrive roaring, it arrives resonating. It hums in familiar frequencies, it mirrors desire, it amplifies what already aches. Which brings us back to my final line, and perhaps the most important one. Music is code. It can heal or kill. It can seal or split. It can call ancestors or call parasites. The question is not merely what is being played. The question is who is listening and from which wounds. When the psyche is whole, music elevates. And when the psyche is fractured, music infiltrates. Here, the only sin is not desire, pleasure, or even temptation. The only sin is unsealed wounds mistaken for appetite. What Sinners exposes quietly but relentlessly is that debauchery is not excess, it is avoidance. Sex, alcohol, thrill, intoxication, domination, these are not crimes of indulgence, but strategies of anesthesia. They are attempts to mute pain that has not been metabolized, never named, never ritually closed. Unsealed wounds demand sensation. They crave intensity because stillness would require remembering. So the body seeks noise, the psyche seeks distraction, the mind seeks anything but confrontation with the original schism. This is why evil gains access not through wickedness, but through misdirected coping. Debauchery is dangerous, especially when it is used to cover what should be consecrated. When pleasure is asked to do the work of healing, it collapses under the weight. What should have been sealed with truth, affirmation, rest, ritual, or love is instead flooded with stimulation, and stimulation creates openings. That is the quiet law at work. Unhealed pain seeks relief. Relief without integration becomes rupture. Rupture becomes access. So the devil doesn't tempt people away from holiness. It simply waits until wounds are treated like secrets instead of sites of repair. And here is the deeper inversion the film Sinners suggests. The opposite of sin is not purity. The opposite of sin is soul integration. When wounds are sealed and converted into purpose, woven back into self, into soul, temptation loses its leverage. Debauchery loses its urgency. Pleasure becomes consecration instead of compulsion. Music becomes medicine instead of anesthesia. Nothing needs to be repressed. Everything needs to be resolved. That is the truth framing the story. What is unhealed will seek numbing. What is unsealed will invite occupation. And what is healed becomes inhospitable to possession. This is no fear, just the law of psychic physics.